All right, today I have a Kenmore dryer, and I'm going to show you how to use this Kenmore dryer right here. All right, I'm going to be going through a lot of things with this Kenmore dryer. I'm going to be going through the cycles that it has right here, the different options that you have. I'm going to be going through the temperature, the dryness, and a lot more things with this Kenmore dryer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, if you find this video helpful in any way, can you give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to my channel? All right, so here is the Kenmore dryer that I'm going to be guiding you through. Now, this is a general guide to how to use a Kenmore dryer because your dryer could be similar to this, but slightly different. But this is a general explanation on how to use this. Always read your owner's manual before using your particular dryer. So, all right, so I'm going to go through this because I'm just going to show you right here. I have an empty dryer right here. The first thing you want to do is open the door, which I did. And if you look inside, here is the lint trap. Now, before you use your Kenmore dryer, always make sure that you clean out the lint trap. You just simply pull it out, remove the lint in there. It allows the clothes to dry more efficiently and faster, and it could prevent forest fires. Okay? All right, so have that empty. Next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and add a dryer sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and add a dryer sheet to my Kenmore dryer. So I'm going to add some dryer sheets to that. And then I just have some clothes that I got done washing. And I'm just going to go ahead and add these to the Kenmore dryer. All right, so I'm adding the clothes to my Kenmore dryer. Gonna go ahead and put this in right here. All right, so I'm taking all the clothes out. They just finished washing, so I have it in there. And so once you have the clothes in there, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door of my Kenmore dryer. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my cycle. And I'm gonna go through all of these. You have a selection right here where it does towels. It's a selection for towels if you want to wash in your Kenmore dryer. Dry your towels. It has the normal, which I normally, no pun intended, use for drying my clothes inside of my Kenmore dryer. And it has permanent press. To this day, I have no idea what permanent press means. So if you know what it means, maybe you can help me out. There is a delicate cycle for delicate clothes. There is a quick for quick drying. This uses a little bit more energy, but it gets your clothes dry fast. There is a touch-up, and I'm assuming that gets the wrinkles out or just makes it look more fresh. And then there is also timed dry. You have 90 minutes, you have 75 minutes, you have 60 minutes, you have 45 minutes, you have 30 minutes, you have 15 minutes. So this is the timed dry. I'm just gonna go to normal right here. And the next thing I'm gonna go to is the temperature, all right? So you can select the temperature depending on what your clothing manufacturer says you should dry your clothes at. Normally, I just keep it at medium, or sometimes I do it high for my clothing that I have. But it has options for having it at high. It has an option for having it at medium. It has an option for low heat. So it's low heat, medium heat, and high heat. And there's also a no heat whatsoever right here. So it doesn't have heat, it just tumbles it and blows some air. And maybe that can get your clothes dry, but I normally keep it at medium or high. So I'm just doing medium for this right here. And then there is also a selection for dryness level, okay? So dryness level is how dry do you want your clothes? You can have it to where when you dry your clothes, they're slightly damp when it's done. There is a less dry. I'm gonna go through it. So there's the damp. There is the more dry, so it gets it more dry than it normally would with the normal. And then there is the normal dry, and that is what I normally, no pun intended, wait a minute, pun intended for my Kenmore dryer. All right, so right here, it gives a normal if you so wanted to have a normal dry. And then there's a less dry. Now, sometimes people may select the less dry because they don't want their clothes to shrink too much when they are drying it, right? So they do less dry. So yeah, it gets it majority, is that even a word? Majority, it gets it mostly dry, but it's kind of moist. I don't know, people don't like that word, but it keeps it moist to the point to where maybe you can just hang it up on something and let the air finish drying your clothes. But it gets most of the clothing dry. So you have the less dry, you have the normal, and you have the more dry, and then we have the damp, which I also already went through. All right, so now that we have that done, I'm gonna go over here, and it has different selections right here. It has soft heat, whatever soft heat means. It has wrinkle rid, okay? So it has an option for wrinkle rid. You can make these selections. Cycle signal, okay? That is when it buzzes when the cycle is done. It has a cycle signal is on. Now, I can turn this off if I want to, and I can also turn on or off the soft heat, which I still don't know what soft heat is, but I'm guessing that it's the opposite of hard heat. I don't even know what hard heat is, but I do know what wrinkle rid is. It gets rid of the wrinkles. Now, to make these selections and to select if you want soft heat, if you know what it means or if you don't know what it means, you go up to it and then you press this right here and it selects. So it's an option. Go to the option and select. So now I have soft heat, I have wrinkle rid, and I have cycle signal selected. Now, if I want to get rid of these, I just simply press the option, press this select key again, go to this one, press that, cycle signals. You see it, there's no noise when I went through it because I pressed the cycle signal off. I can turn it back on if I want to. It's on. See, now you can hear that cycle signal. Soft heat, whatever that means, is back on. Hold on. Oh, wrinkle rid. Get that soft heat going. All right, we have that. And then there is the lock feature. I still haven't figured that out. I'm gonna have to come back and show you how to do the lock feature, but I believe you hold it down. POP. All right, so I don't know, but I'm gonna come back to that. Now over here you have this right here, and it says drying, cool down, wrinkle rid, clean lint filter. So these are indications to let you know what's going on with your Kenmore dryer. All right, so right here it shows you when it starts, this is going to be showing as drying. And then towards the end of the cycle, let me get a little closer so you can see this, there is a cool down option. Now this, not option, but it cools down before the end of the cycle. So you have dry clothes that aren't piping hot. They're kind of cooled down a little bit, ready for you to fold. And there's wrinkle rid. Now say for instance, you drying your clothes and then you just like fall asleep or something. Well, the wrinkle rid will start the dryer tumbling. It won't heat it up, but it will tumble it I think every 5 to 10 minutes to prevent the clothing from becoming wrinkled. Okay, so that's wrinkle rid. And then you have the clean lint filter. It's indication that the air isn't flowing through your Kenmore dryer that well. So it will tell you clean lint filter because you haven't cleaned your filter in a while. Or say, for instance, you have clothing that just shedded a lot of lint. Well, this is the clean lint filter right here. You can have this. And this right here is indicator of the wash machine is locked. Let me see if I can go ahead and turn that on. I'm going to show you how to lock and unlock it. But first, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to start it. But before I get to that, I am going to show you right here. This is the pause and cancel, and this is the start button. So I did all of my selections. Remember, I did normal, medium heat, temperature, more dry. I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to do normal, all right, for the dryness level. Soft heat, wrinkle rid, cycle signals on. And now I'm going to press start. Now, that's how you start it. But say, for instance, you want to add something to it, you could just go ahead and press pause if you want to. Or if you want to cancel this whole thing out, you could just go ahead and hold this down. And it canceled it all out. In order to turn it back on, I just go right here. But like before I start it up, let me see if I can show you this lock feature. So I'm going to go right here, select option, and I'm going to hold these both down, POP. See if It didn't work. All right, let me turn it off. I'm gonna cancel it, and then I'm gonna hold these both down. I'm not sure about this lock feature, but I'm gonna get back to you. But let me go ahead and turn this on and get it started. And that is how you use this Kenmore washer. Now, this is a general guide. This is not all of the instructions that you need for operating Kenmore dryer. And there's also a lot of warnings that you should read about and know about before using your Kenmore dryer. So it's important that you pick up your owner's manual, owner's guide, read it, learn about it before you start using your Kenmore dryer. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.